Okay, hello everyone. My name is Scarlett Sensi, and I'm joined here today by Lilabelle. You can find her in St. Petersburg, Florida. She's a burlesque performer, a professional pinup model, and she teaches burlesque classes, namely the art of tease. And so, as you know, I run a cross-dressing studio, and so we're both very tied into the world of cross-dressing, and it's a big love of ours, and we love you for watching this about cross-dressing. And we hope you're here to learn and laugh with us. So I tailored the first few questions just to get a few laughs going, loosen up the scene, and just get a good start. So, Lilabelle, do you ever get road rage?
Do I ever get road rage?
Mm-hmm.
I do. Florida is a place to drive.
Oh yeah.
It can be like the Wild Wild West on our roads.
Oh yeah.
My partner actually was teasing me the last time we went on a road trip driving up north to Jacksonville because there was a person driving in the left lane at like 50 miles per hour on I-4. So I was like, what is this guy doing? And I, went around him and whatever. And as we were going past him, I told him that he needed to get a life. And my partner just lost it. He was like, I can't believe you just told that guy to get a life. That's such like a 90s bully thing to say. So I'm not a big one for like swearing at people, or I will never honk my horn or flip anybody off or anything like that. But I do bring out my 90s bully when I'm driving.
Fair enough. What's your favorite potato preparation?
Oh my gosh, I love potatoes. Ooh, I'm a big fan of a loaded baked potato.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
With like the sour cream and cheese and bacon.
Luxurious.
Yeah.
Nice.
Big fan.
Do you have a library card?
I don't.
Interesting.
I need to get one. I just hate people.
Yeah.
The idea of going into the library and having to talk to someone and go through a process to get the card is very daunting, so I haven't done it yet.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have brand loyalty to any brand?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. I love Honey Birdette. I'm a big fan of E.L.F. Cosmetics.
Good price.
Yeah.
For the quality?
It's pretty good quality. It's a good price. I love Ajax. Any cleaning product that's made by Ajax.
Nice.
That's my preference. And Arm & Hammer. So Arm & Hammer laundry detergent, Arm & Hammer deodorant, toothpaste, Arm & Hammer.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you saw in the bathroom, but I use Arm & Hammer toothpaste.
Makes your teeth feel super clean, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, the laundry, that's one of mine too. Yeah. Favorite dessert?
Favorite dessert? I am a sucker for ice cream.
Okay. Yeah, Florida.
I love a good hot fudge sundae.
Damn. All right, very classic. And as you can see, her style is very classic, so it fits. It works. Favorite book / author?
Favorite book is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams.
I haven't read that one.
It's a hoot. It's a riot.
Okay.
It's so funny. Sci-fi genre, but it's also a comedy. It's very absurdist.
They made a movie out of it?
A movie and a TV show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Favorite band?
So many important questions. Favorite band? I am going to say right now, one of my favorite bands is Steam Powered Giraffe.
Steam Powered Giraffe.
Mm-hmm. They make it's like a storytelling band, kind of, and the whole lore of the band is that they're steam-powered robots from this alternate universe, that there was a big war, and there was a steam-powered giraffe, and these robots were actually created to fight in the war, but then when the war was over, they didn't have a purpose, so they repurposed them to make music and for entertainment.
Okay, so those are the band members, the giraffes?
No, they're robots.
Whoa.
Are the band members.
Okay, so kind of like the Chuck E. Cheese band?
Sort of, but they're real people, but they're made up. Like they put makeup on robots, and they have characters that they play.
Kind of like Guar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And what do you think of people that go hard on Christmas decorations?
I love that for them.
Okay, yeah, me too.
I love that for them. I think it's so important that we get joy out of whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's like, life is so hard. If Christmas decorations make you happy and you want to put them up in August, do it.
True. Oh,
Yeah.
I meant like they could just like when they go crazy like around Christmas time, but they like really decorate up the place.
That's great. I think anything that brings people joy like that, I mean, it's so harmless and it fulfills people. I think that's an important thing for them to have.
Oh yeah. I believe the same thing too. Yeah. Life is short. Just dazzle it up. And speaking of, we're doing a head wrap today. Would you like me to kneel down, sub style?
Yes.
Okay.
Face away. You can face right into my camera, actually. That
Oh.
would be perfect.
Of course. Like so.
You're pretty tall, actually.
Here, I can lower myself. How's that?
Perfect. Okay, so if you were going to do this yourself, you would bend over.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to keep the extra. So, okay. So you can see how I'm folding it.
Yes.
I've taken it diamond style and then just folded down one of the corners.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm going to use for the back.
Ah, okay.
And then I'm going to grab the other two corners and kind of gather it up. Do the first tie. And then I'm going to take the front of it and just tuck it back. Tie it again. And then the tails just get tucked in. The little flap just gets tucked in.
All
Keeps your
right.
hair all nice and out of the way.
Wow. Thank you. Feels pretty neat. How's it look?
Looks great.
Okay, cool.
The daisy's like right in the front. It looks nice.
All right. Does it look vintage?
Yes.
Like the style?
Yeah, very Rosie the Riveter.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. Time for makeup.
I see you have some E.L.F on your table here.
I do. Yes. That is, I don't know if I'd say I have brand loyalty to E.L.F, but I do like their products a lot. But still, I'm very new to the world of makeup brands. So I'm taking my sweet time kind of learning each thing. But anywho, yeah, let's just jump right into it. I had a question that is very relevant to our community. So your husband identifies as a transvestite more than a crossdresser.
Yes.
Would you mind explaining the difference?
So I don't necessarily know that there is much of a difference between those two things. I think it's just about whatever word makes you feel the best.
Okay.
So he started his cross-dressing journey at Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
And that's, kind of the word that they use in Rocky Horror is transvestite.
Oh, so you're talking about like when he performed with Rocky Horror Picture, like not watching the movie, but
Right,
like,
he
okay,
was,
performing with them.
well, so he started by going to the live show, felt like he was really drawn in by the live show, and then eventually became part of cast.
Cool.
And then as that went on, he realized that he didn't just want to do the makeup and the high heels to do Rocky Horror. He was like buying clothes that were women's clothes to wear to Rocky Horror and around Rocky Horror, but then he realized, I think this is something that I like aside from Rocky Horror.
Cool.
So I think that's why that word was close to him, was because of Rocky Horror. And I think that, some people have reached out to him and said, this is an offensive word and we don't use it anymore.
Oh, wow.
But he kind of feels like it's his word, he wanted to take it back a little bit.
Yeah, kind of like queer. And,
right.
There's others.
Yeah, so he felt like if he was using it to describe himself, it shouldn't be derogatory, and that there was an opportunity for empowerment there.
Okay, badass.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And I guess I really didn't introduce her husband before, but yes, he is a performer, and they perform together. You catch them in St. Pete.
Alistair Graves, the lush with the lashes.
Alistair Graves.
Yep.
Very cool name.
Also known as Queen Daddy.
Queen Daddy. Oh, I like that. How'd you two meet?
Oh, it was a fateful night.
Oh.
At Southern Nights in Tampa.
Okay.
He was performing, he was hosting for a burlesque show. I actually was seeing someone else at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, okay, there's this burlesque show happening at Southern Nights. We should go. Yada, yada, yada. We go. I'm 10 minutes late, like on brand. Walk in 10 minutes late and see at the end of the stage, Southern Nights has this run, like a T-shaped stage. So there's a little bit of a catwalk in the middle of it. So I walk in the door, and standing at the end of the catwalk with a spotlight shining down from above, and he was wearing this like white suit with a crest of feathers, just like God had sent an angel down from heaven. And it stopped me in my tracks. I was like, that's the most beautiful creature I have ever seen. Then he ended up coming over and introducing himself, and the person that I was seeing, it was not anything serious, and we broke up shortly after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I messaged him and I said, hey, I had a dream about you. I had a dream that you quit Rocky Horror Picture Show, because that was the other thing at Southern Nights. He said, if you want to see more of me in less clothing, come to Rocky Horror Picture Show on Friday. And I was like, we're going. We're going. I want to see more of him and less of that. So then later I messaged him on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I had a dream that you quit Rocky Horror. Did you quit Rocky Horror? He said, oh no, my cousin would never let me quit Rocky Horror. He's the assistant director of the cast now, so he's been doing it for 17 years. Mm-hmm. And he said, no, I'm actually performing this Friday coming up. And I said, okay, I think I'm going to come out and see you. And I did. And then we started talking, and he asked me to go have lunch. And it wasn't until probably 3 weeks later that we realized that the one person was into the other. We were both kind of in the same boat of like, I thought he was gay.
Yeah.
And he thought I wanted to be friends. So we eventually got that all sorted out. Mm-hmm. And the rest is history.
Cool. And I meant to ask earlier, you saying he started getting into cross-dressing through performing Rocky Horror. Mm-hmm. So what age was that?
I think he started attending the show when he was around 14 or 15. Mm-hmm. And then he started performing when he was 17.
Okay. Interesting.
Look up.
Yeah, a lot of my clients, it's usually puberty that like sparks it. So like you hear, 13, 14, 15 in that ballpark.
Close your eyes.
But it sounds like, at least for my clients, I get a range all across the board from kinky, from kinky to vanilla. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming he's, it's not like a kink to him. It's just more of like an expression.
It's more of an identity for him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
He does, the clothing that he wears does make him feel sexy and powerful.
Yeah.
But it's not like, it doesn't have to be a sex thing.
So yeah, most of my clients are closeted cross-dressers. What advice would you give to queer people who are afraid to shine?
I think you end up doing the damage one way or the other. Mm-hmm. Like, if you think about it like hit points, like if you're in a video game and you were allotted like 20 hit points every day, you will spend those hit points closeted because you'll internalize all of the judgment and you'll experience all of that fear. Mm-hmm. And if you're out, you might still experience the judgment and the fear, but you only have to do it the one time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. versus if you're closeted. And there's so much more that's internal when you're closeted too. You kind of operate under the assumption that everyone's going to judge you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come out, you might be surprised by the allies that you have around you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think by not taking the risk of coming out, you're risking not having a happy life. It's really fulfilling.
Yeah,
like, being out, being yourself.
It's like a Schrodinger's cat kind of thing. Like the whole time you're in the closet, you can feel both safe and alone.
Mm-hmm.
But when you come out, like, yeah, you're probably going to face some judgment and some adversity, but really you're facing that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that you're facing it alone when you're in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Versus having a support network being out.
Yeah, there's a much bigger community than a lot of crossdressers think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, if you're closeted, you'll never know. And you probably have crossdressers in your life, and they're afraid to come out. So yeah, you'd be surprised where they come out from the woodwork.
Well, I mean, what you wear is so. I feel the same way about cross-dressing that I do about Christmas decorations.
Yeah.
What you wear is about you and what makes you feel good. It's not hurting anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And if it brings you joy, you should be able to do it.
I think so too.
And not feel guilty about it.
Oh yeah, that's for whether cross-dressing is kinky to you or vanilla, if it's an identity or like a fetish. It's every form of it is valid. I know like the whole sissy lifestyle can be controversial, just because there's like people that say like, oh, femininity is humiliating. No, like the humiliating part is when you don't get a choice into how you can identify, which is basically a lot, everyone that buys into these social constructs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who's the real submissive? I see that you're a producer. What kind of stuff do you produce?
So my partner and I co-produce shows. We produce a show called Vintage Variety,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a live show inspired by vaudeville entertainment.
Cool.
We are very proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can relax. We feature performers like Bill Berry, who holds a bunch of world records for sword swallowing and juggling. We have a belly dancer that we regularly hire who literally flies to Cairo to teach belly dancing.
Whoa.
So our opener juggles chainsaws and our closer strips into a giant martini glass. It's a pretty impressive spectacle.
Okay.
We only get to put it on every now and then because it costs a lot of money to produce.
Yeah.
But so far, every show that we've had has sold out, and it's a real crowd pleaser.
Cool. What was the name once again?
Vintage Variety.
Vintage Variety. And where can people find that?
You can follow myself or Alistair Graves on Instagram. We promote all of our shows through there, but the next one is at Woodwright Brewing in Dunedin on December 18th.
Oh, so it's like different venues for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very cool. And how did you first become interested in vintage fashion and pinup modeling?
That's a good question. I remember? It's been so long. I've been into this kind of fashion since I was probably like middle school.
Oh wow.
I think I think part of it was old movies.
Mm.
I really liked watching like old Hollywood dance movies with Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers.
Okay.
I've always loved dance, all kinds of dance. And that's kind of like that old Hollywood glamour was the thing that really captivated me.
Interesting.
So then kind of when you start looking for that kind of stuff, it sort of brings you to this pinup world.
Mm-hmm.
Of vintage fashion, 1950s fashion. And I don't think that's necessarily what I was looking for at the time, but it was the closest that I could find.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing the pinup and vintage fashion that way. And then I think more recently, I've sort of been able to narrow down that what I'm actually looking for is that silver screen glamour, like that timeless, really classy, sophisticated look.
Yeah, and you nail it. I mean, like, I feel like every time I see you, it looks like you put a lot of work in your outfit and makeup and everything.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I like it. I love to do it. It's like self-care.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, it feels like I feel the best when I'm put together and I have a good outfit. My makeup is all done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, would we catch you outside the house in no makeup, sweatpants, just chilling?
No makeup, yes. Sweatpants, probably not.
Okay.
But I have a horse.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, so like you'll catch me in equestrian apparel
Okay.
when I'm going out to the barn to see my horse. You know, I don't wear my vintage stuff out there because it all gets dirty and gross and ruined.
Do you go vintage equestrian? Is that a thing?
Kind of equestrian stuff is vintage.
Okay.
Like the style really hasn't changed. There's trends that go in and out in the horse world just like everything else. But it kind of is all vintage.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna pound your lips.
And what drew you to burlesque performance?
So kind of the same thing. Like just when I was on that journey with Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers and pinup, and like burlesque is just something else that comes up. So you can't really get very far in the pinup world without hearing of Dita von Teese. And she's kind of the person who brought burlesque back into fashion.
Yeah.
And then, so I actually, the first burlesque performer that I ever saw was Michelle L'amour.
Who's that, in St. Pete?
No, she's based in Chicago, but I saw a video.
Oh, okay.
Because the news this was in the height of twerking.
Oh, wow.
And so there was a news story that I saw online about twerking. What is this twerking craze? So I clicked on the link and I saw Michelle L'amour has an act called Butthoven.
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 Oh my god.
It's super creative. She sits on a piano bench with her facing away to the audience. She has this beautiful tailcoat on, and then she pulls the tailcoat aside, and it's just her butt cheeks there because she's wearing a G-string. And then plays a piece of classical Beethoven music and alternatively squeezes her butt cheeks to go along with the music.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was like, this is a really interesting creative thing. I've never seen anything like this before. So I followed that rabbit hole to her website. Watched a couple more of her acts that she has posted on that website and just was drawn in because I had never seen anything like that before.
Wow.
And then, you know, found Dita von Teese and her burlesque stuff. And kind of then went on a mission, per se, to try to find some local burlesque. It's kind of hard to find because a lot of the burlesque advertisement gets shut down by the algorithm, per se. So like social media, it's hard to campaign on social media because it's considered adult content.
Yeah.
You can't do like regular magazine ad space for the same reason. Even though it's technically no nudity. I mean, we go down to, well, there's blue laws and stuff, so we're breaking the law. But
yeah. Wait, what are blue laws?
Oh, blue laws are outdated laws that have to do with censorship and acceptable behaviors.
Oh, okay.
So, like in Tampa, there are blue laws that any establishment that serves liquor has to maintain like a set of decency, and there's these specific guidelines about what is considered decent and what is not considered decent. So like for women, they must have the entire breast below the nipple concealed.
Okay.
Or like the entire buttock concealed, and all genitals must be concealed at all times.
Interesting.
And it goes along with the liquor licensure, so technically we're not supposed to. There are cities where we're not supposed to be wearing pasties and G-strings. We're supposed to have our whole butt covered and our whole boobs covered, but we do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, I know, so I didn't know about that law. At least in Rhode Island, seemingly pretty lax. They're very supportive of the arts in Providence. Especially an organization called AS220. Shout out to AS220. They, I had an art show called Sissy, and it was all my photos, and even it was like a lot of kinky photos from the studio, and even one where I smashed a cake with my ass, and was wearing only just like these thigh-high leather boots and horns and like wig and full makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like smashed a cake, and so a big image too, and it showed my dick, my balls, my butthole covered in cake, and they were fine with it, and it was a good art show too. I worked with this guy, Mr. M, and he had a lot of photos and drew a big crowd, so like I got a lot of exposure. And then I had my girlfriend's parents come out, and like a few friends from Maine came down. Yeah, shout out to you guys, Patty G, Jumbo, Rob. I went to grad school with them, and they came and saw the show. And I like these images. I was very proud of them. It's not like I'm not trying to hide anything.
Right.
It's like it's punk rock to just let all hang out and be yourself. But living in the Providence area, I'd sometimes forget about like just how the old school laws and how much they can suck.
Yeah, they kind of exist everywhere, but they aren't enforced.
Oh, so it's like a federal thing.
No, they vary from city to city and county to county and state to state. But
okay.
They probably do exist in Providence. It's probably just that they're not enforced.
Okay, that's fair.
So we had something happen in Tampa in about 2018, which was right when I was getting into the burlesque scene.
Mm-hmm.
There was a mayor in Tampa who started doing raids of establishments based on these blue laws, because if you have a violation of the blue law, that can like give them probable cause, and they can raid the rest of the establishment without going through the whole warrant process. Mm-hmm. So even though everyone was like, well, those laws are really outdated and we just kind of ignore them, they still exist, so people can still do that. And they can say the mayor at the time was kind of doing this under the guise of protecting against human trafficking. Mm-hmm. But really what it was doing was it was hurting the adult industry in Tampa.
Huh.
Any probable cause, but.
And what year was this, did you say?
2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
My burlesque mentor was one of the people who had to report to court, and they had to wear the costumes that they were wearing at the time and bend over in front of a judge to show that they weren't exposing anything indecent.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty nuts. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. What came about? What did the judge think?
Eventually the charges were dropped.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be kind of scary. It's a lewd and lascivious charge that you get charged with. And that can really, you have to register as a sex offender. You can't live within a certain amount of the, distance from a school. It can really impact your life.
Damn, that's pretty messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Get off that subject a little bit. I guess I see that you teach a burlesque class called The Art of Tease.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so The Art of Tease, I was approached by the St. Pete Retreat, which is a kinky establishment in St. Petersburg.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of really cool classes. They hold a monthly munch. They do rope classes. They do dungeon nights, play parties. They do a lot of stuff with like tantra and erotic blueprints. So it's a really cool establishment, really cool people who run it.
Mm-hmm.
And they approached me about teaching a burlesque class there. I have only been... The world of burlesque is quite old. Mm-hmm. So I had a little bit of imposter syndrome about that, and felt like maybe I wasn't very qualified to teach a burlesque class. And did some soul searching about that, and tried to think about, okay, well, if I had to teach something, like is there a part of burlesque that I feel very confident in? And I do feel pretty confident in my ability to tease and seduce an audience.
Cool.
The other thing that I really wanted was, there's a lot of classes that exist out there that are like burlesque classes that are for sort of like the rich housewife type demographic, for them to like learn how to do a sexy glove peel and a little bit of a boa trick to just sort of be a novelty, like a bachelorette party or something just a novel experience for them to have without really learning anything from it, just to have fun and take the class. So I wanted to make the class something that was maybe a little bit more than that, and that people were actually going to be able to take something away from. So rather than coming into the class and I hand everybody a pair of gloves, or I give everybody a dollar store feather boa, and we learn like a 5, 6, 7, 8 choreography to, you know, Christina Aguilera's Burlesque song, I teach more broad concepts. So like I'll teach people just the way that you walk can exude a sense of confidence, and people can take that and take it back to their workplace so that they can look more professional and develop executive presence. They can take it back to their personal life and maybe become a little bit more assertive or a little bit more confident in their personal life. We teach things like eye contact, and I think the class that I'm most proud of, and I'm trying to develop it into a workshop so that I can take it around the country, is using eye contact to direct people's attention to what you want them to see, and shifting your mindset with body confidence to showing the parts of you that you want to show rather than being focused on the things that you want to hide.
Cool. All right, that's got a lot of value.
Yeah, so I try to teach something that you're going to go home, you're going to be able to apply it, and it's not going to be like okay, show me what you learned in class today, and then you like put on a track and do a little dance. Like, it's something that will apply to a broader spectrum, and it can apply to you if you never ever do burlesque, if you want to do a striptease for your lover, if you're a cam model and you're trying to like up your presence on camera, or if you're a professional burlesque performer and you want to take your burlesque performance to the next level, or focus on how to elevate your performance. I think that it's something that all of those levels can value. Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, so yeah, the art of tease sounds wicked cool, and just like that's really something I can get behind. Sounds like it affects a lot of aspects of people's lives positively.
Open to all genders.
Yeah.
Too. Anybody who's 18 and over.
And where? What venue do you do that at?
It's at the St. Pete Retreat. It's in Petersburg, Florida.
Okay, so that physical space. And how do you develop your burlesque routines?
So usually for me, I will start with a song. I have a whole like Spotify playlist of songs that just sort of make me feel. I try to go songs that make me feel really like powerful. Really sexy and really powerful. And then once I get the song, I sort of build the act from there. So I'll listen to the song and I'll think, okay, this would be a really good time for a reveal, and sort of benchmark all of the times that I think would be good for a reveal. And then, okay, that's the number of costume pieces that I have to have.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then...
Oh, like layers.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then once I get once I figure out how many pieces that I want, then I'll start looking at what can I put together for a costume, and then, you know, work on the color scheme and what the costume's going to look like. And then once I have the music and the costume, I'll start working on the choreography. And like I already have ideas of like, okay, during this part of the music, I really want to be like doing a stocking peel.
Yeah.
So I'll have that like basic framework in my mind, but then I'll put the whole costume on and run the song a million times and sort of build out the rest of the act from there. Okay.
For the glove peel, is there a certain cadence that you're listening for, or like you just know when it should be?
It's sort of a feeling. It's just a feeling.
Yeah.
I wish I could explain it better than that, but like for me, I really love muted, brassy, dirty trumpet.
Okay.
So like if I hear like some really good trumpet and some like big long trills with the trumpet, I'll be like, okay, that'd be a really good time to do like a really long stretch. Or like if there's like a big drum beat, it's like, okay, that's a really good time for a shimmy.
Yeah.
Or like if there's a pause in the music, I'll be like, okay, that's a really good time to like strike a pose. So things like that.
All right, very cool. That makes perfect sense. And what do you find most rewarding about performing burlesque?
I've always really liked dance. I did ballet when I was growing up. Like I've always been a dancer, and I've always really enjoyed dance.
Cool.
And I was never really good enough at any kind of dance to make a living or really be on stage or feel valued.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like personally, it's really fun for me to have a way to get on stage and do a performance art and dance. It like fulfills my soul.
Cool. Yeah, my girlfriend did ballet and has like a competitive dance background, so I know like she feels her best like after when she gets to do a dance session. It's few and far between these days, but just like because it moves your whole body, and I guess you sleep so good afterwards.
It feels great. It like gets you so grounded and so connected with your body. Like I imagine that the people who really like yoga probably like yoga for the same reason that I like dance.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely am a little bit of like an exhibitionist too. So like that kind of fulfills that part of me as well.
I too am an exhibitionist. I like putting on a show. No, you're good. You're good.
I was really into it there. Sculpting your eye.
I appreciate it. I'm sure it looks awesome. Let's see. So yeah, how do you and your husband collaborate creatively, given your shared interest in performative art?
So we have very different skill sets.
Mm.
He is an MC and a host. He is so good at people.
Yeah.
He's really good at talking to people. He's really good at holding a crowd. Just really good at making people feel like they're welcome and that they're part of the show and they're interested and engaged.
Cool.
I am not typically the talker. I do pretty well with one-on-one interactions,
Mm-hmm.
but like in a group setting or in a performative setting, I really am not a talker. So I am better at like the organization, the spreadsheets, the math, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when we produce together, we will go visit a venue and he will do all the talking, all the schmoozing, and basically do the sales pitch. And then when it's time to actually talk numbers and contracts and things like that, that's when I take over.
Mm-hmm. So can you share some of the insights on the creative process? Like how do you two collaborate? Like, do you talk together to like organize the show together? Or is it just kind of like both separate and then it comes together for the audience?
No, we do work together. We'll do a casting call. We'll start with a casting call, say like, okay, this is the venue, this is the date, this is the budget.
Mm-hmm.
Put out an open casting call to a group of performers. There's Facebook pages, there's Gig Salad, there's a bunch of avenues to put out a casting call.
Gig Salad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a cool name.
And so once we get all of the applications in, we'll kind of review the applications, and then we start the conversation of like, okay, what do we want this show to look like?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to be able to, we want it to be something that's vaudeville-inspired and vintage flavored first and foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll think about, okay, what's the journey that we kind of want to take the audience on? Like we usually want to start out with something that's a really fun, like huge spectacle. It's not something that's not too shocking, but something that's really exciting for the audience to make sure we have their attention. And then we kind of can bring it down a little bit into the lower energy performances or more artistic or dance-driven performances.
Mm-hmm.
And then we always build in an intermission, and then same thing when we come back from intermission, we want something that's going to capture their attention, hold it, rest in the middle, and then in the end we want something that's like the biggest, most spectacular, most outlandish thing to close out the show so that everybody really like remembers it.
Mm-hmm.
But like we always try to make sure that there's a space for new emerging performers. So while we do try to book performers that have very impressive technical skills,
mm-hmm.
we try to make a space for newer emerging performers too. But it's really about looking at what you have in front of you and then piecing it together and so we'll look at the acts together and talk about, well, this could be a good opener, or oh, this would be a good one to put right after intermission, or this would be a good one to follow Oriana or something like that. And we'll put it together that way.
So do you do it kind of all in real time, or do you like have a Google Doc that everyone like can work on after everything, like thoughts? You organize the thoughts?
No, so we open up the casting call this day, and the casting call is open for like 10 days, and we close it. And then we have all of those casting submissions, and then he and I will sit down and look at all of those casting submissions together.
Wow.
And I guess that's real time, he and I looking at it all together.
Yeah.
And then once we say, okay, this is what the show could look like, this is what we would like, we send back acceptances to all of the people that we want to book to finalize the booking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. And what challenges do you face, like doing all that? Yeah.
So many. Our biggest, I would say our biggest challenge is the budget. Just because you really want to have like the biggest, best, most exciting show, but you can't book all of the high dollar performers in every show. Like there's not the money for it.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out a good balance of like what's the best show that we can put on, but also with the money that we have to do it. I think that's a big challenge. It's also, you probably feel this because you work with creative people a lot, but like trying to organize a group of creatives is kind of like little kittens. So like getting everyone to submit, okay, I need you to submit what the music track that you're going to perform to. I need you to be here at a certain time. Like if I have questions about your costume or something, like I need you to be responsive to my messages. And then everybody has their own little proclivities too. So like, oh, well, I don't want to work with that person because of this reason, or I have to have a dressing room that's this size, or I need you to post my photo X number of times leading up to the event.
Yeah, for a lot of people who think outside the box, usually time management is still in that box. So it can be tough.
Yeah.
Where are these, you're talking about the budget, where is the funds coming from? Are you like, is there like an arts fund, or are you two paying for everything? Or how does that work?
Typically we pitch our show to a venue and the venue pays for the show.
Oh, cool.
That's the way we try to get it done. We have done shows in the past where we do a ticket split, so we sell tickets and the tickets pays the budget, but that's always kind of scary because if you don't sell the tickets, you still have to pay everybody.
Oh my God, yeah.
There are arts funds, but that's, another thing about living in Florida. Recently, some of those funds got taken away.
Oh, yeah, you know what? This wasn't a question that I even thought about, but didn't DeSantis do something about like drag performing was, or anything having to do with drag was not okay? Is that still happening? Is that still a reality here?
There hasn't been a lot, like I don't know any performers who have actually gotten charged and convicted of anything, but that kind of goes back to the lewd and lascivious that we were talking about earlier. Because the charge that he was talking about charging people with was a lewd and lascivious exposure charge.
Wow.
If someone was in public around minors wearing clothing that doesn't belong to their gender.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty devastating to the drag scene and the whole entertainment industry. I mean, how do you define that? Yeah. And then how do you make sure that everyone in attendance is over the age of 18 for, a lot of these venues they're performing in are restaurants and or open air bars that I guess technically if a minor walked by and looked in the window and saw you, that could be a charge potentially. Yeah,
that's scary.
It got pretty scary there for a minute. Things have kind of died down. None of the laws changed. They're all still there, but I think it's kind of gone along the same lines as the blue laws, where they're there if someone wanted to press charges, but really no one's enforcing it.
Yeah, kind of just looming in the distance. I haven't been watching the news. I don't know much about. Is DeSantis even still in power? Like, dang.
Yeah, he's still a governor.
That sucks.
Hopefully this election can change it. Vote!
Yeah.
Vote, kids!
Get out there and vote. Only you can change it. I didn't even know he was still around there. I just remember hearing about all the stuff he was doing and just like, yeah, somebody should stop him.
Somebody should.
That's kind of crazy.
Do you have a pencil liner on this table?
I don't. Are you talking about for eyebrows?
No, for your waterline.
Oh yes. There should be a thin one that was. It was. Oh wait, I had a good one.
This is the liquid eyeliner.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a pencil?
Oh no, just liquid.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's fine.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought the liquid, like, I got used to using it, so I never really got into the. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Damn, I actually just found it. This trip is the first time I was using it. I found it on Amazon, just like based on the reviews.
I got it in an Ipsy bag of all things.
What's an Ipsy bag?
It's like a subscription service, and they send you makeup and skincare. They give you like 5 sample sizes of makeup and skincare.
That's awesome.
Every month.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a lot of like gems through there.
That brand, I found it because I was searching for like sensitive skin stuff because I have sensitive skin. And yeah, people seem to have great reactions to it. I guess no reactions, so that's great. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll keep my eye closed. I have the hooded lids, which can make it tough for you gotta let it dry. Yeah, I'm still experimenting with different brands of makeup. But I did find my favorite lipstick brand, Necromancy Cosmetica. They make really high pigmented stuff, like super bold colors, but it comes off very easily, which is good and bad, you know. But for cross-dressers that like
I don't want anything that stains.
Yeah, sometimes when you need to shift gears quickly. And actually, yeah, speaking of that, just 2 weeks ago, I had a client that they emailed me, Rosalind, sorry I haven't got back to you, I've just been busy. But yeah, client, they got their makeup done, got dressed and everything, and they're on their way to downtown Providence to, you know, go to some gay bars, go enjoy their look. And they got a call that there was a fire at their house, so they had to stop at a Walmart parking lot, wipe it all off, and change. Yeah, but luckily it didn't. I think it was like the side of a shed or something. It wasn't like an expensive. I don't remember I like briefly read the email, but I didn't respond yet. But yeah, not devastating, but enough to be alarming. So. Yeah, I know it's when crossdressers are starting out and they're driving in their car, that's like a big fear that they'll get pulled over. It's like that irrational fear that you're gonna get caught. And yeah, I get a lot of nervous clients that have a lot of irrational fears like that.
I feel like that when I come here to FetishCon, because I drive here
Mm-hmm.
from my home. And most of the time I'm in like my fetish gear or my fetish gear and not much else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always worried about what happens if I get into a car wreck,
Oh yeah.
get pulled over.
Are you talking about your look right now, or like more fetishy?
More fetishy.
Okay.
This looks pretty tame. I feel like this is pretty street. That's the other thing though, is like I try consciously to keep it street legal
Mm-hmm.
because I know that I do drive here and like if I need to stop anywhere
Yeah.
or like even just walking to the convention from the parking lot. I'm doing this meme right now where like I keep trying to match the eyeliner and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I do that a lot, pretty often. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess a lot of these you kind of answered. Yeah, how do you address the stereotypes and misconceptions about your work?
This is gonna sound terrible, but I kind of don't.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of am just like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
I wouldn't say that's terrible. That's just, I mean, like, you can't, like, there's a lot of dumb people out there, and just, like, sometimes you just can't argue with them. So, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you.
So, like, speaking of being in and out of the closet, I don't talk to my parents about what I do.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm happy to talk to anyone who wants to talk about it. Like, if they have questions, I'll talk about burlesque all day long.
Yeah.
I'll answer any questions that you have if you want to listen and have a conversation about it. But, like, I'm just not... I don't want to leave the door open for judgment when that's all there's going to be. You know, like, no one's going to change my mind about how I feel about burlesque. So if the conversation starts sort of looming in that direction of like, well, don't you think this and don't you feel this way? It's kind of like, okay, well, I'm kind of done with this conversation. I'm very happy with where I'm at. It makes me feel really good and powerful. So I don't really care what other people think.
Oh, so you parents don't know about burlesque?
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't know that my partner's a crossdresser either.
Oh, wow. Oh my god, I didn't even notice your heels. Oh my god.
Little purple.
Yeah. I have a pair of, I do have a pair of pink fluffy stripper heels that are always a big hit wherever I go. I wore them during the first FetCon, and they're tough to walk on.
You wore those when I saw you last year. I think you were wearing them.
Yeah, okay. I guess I brought them last year too. Interesting. Yeah, I could have been wearing them when we met. I think, did we meet at, it was the awards ceremony at FetCon 2022.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was walking out and your vintage look really struck me. And so, yeah, just like...
Yeah, you came up, you looked like you were at the cool table.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you came up and started talking to me. I was very flattered.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, the vintage style, that's like, I have a few, you know Eric Stanton, the artist?
That name doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head, but if I saw his work, I might be familiar with it.
Yeah,
I'm really bad with names.
It's like, he does a lot of, he might be dead by now. It's like an older artist that did like fetish, like vintage fetish illustrations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So so
I'm sure I've seen his work.
Yeah, you definitely have, but just like wouldn't put the work to the name. But yeah, he's like one of the heavy hitters in that industry. Yeah, but I have a book that like, you probably look like the girl on the cover, or just like in the book. So yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. Let's see. So yeah, doing all that, modeling, burlesque. Feel free to answer this or not, but like some doming.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something you do nowadays?
It is.
Cool.
Yeah. It's something that I've always been interested in and sort of dabbled with here and there, but I'm in a place now where I'm able to contribute a little bit more time to it.
Yeah.
So that's exciting for me.
Cool, yeah. I do have some clients that I have domed before, and then my girlfriend and I have done some double doming. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I learned a lot because we're both switches, and we're like, for a while we were both sub-leaning switches, but now I think she's probably more dom-leaning switch. I'm still more sub-leaning switch. So it works out pretty well. But yeah, how long have you been doing it, and what's your experience been like so far?
So personally, I've been sort of dabbling in it probably 5-6 years.
Oh, okay.
It's just been really intermittent
Mm-hmm.
because of, life,
Yeah.
adult life, work and bills and chores.
Yeah, you lead a very busy life with everything going on. Because my next question was gonna be, how do you deal with time management?
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's finish this question first. Yeah, but I've this year I kind of decided I was gonna make this a serious go.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to diversify my income, and this is something that really brings me joy.
Yeah.
So if I can make that work for me in both ways, that's really my goal.
Very cool. Yeah, I feel like you're big on bringing fantasies to life. So like,
Yeah, I love doing that for people.
And so like with doing all that and then plus planning everything for sorry, what was the show one more time? The showcase
Vintage Variety.
Vintage Variety. Yeah, with doing all that, how do you manage your time? How do you do it?
Well, one thing that helps is Vintage Variety isn't very frequent. Mm-hmm. We do that 1-2 times a year. So as far as like producing shows, that helps a lot. The fact that we don't produce all the time. Mm-hmm. And then I just sort of like, I have the things that stay on my plate all the time.
Yeah.
So like, making the money to pay the bills. I told you earlier I have a horse, so taking care of my horse.
Oh, yeah.
Being with my partner. Like all of those things are things that are important to me that are on my plate all of the time. Mm-hmm. And then I just sort of try to like cycle off the other things. Yeah. So like, okay, this month I'm going to really focus on getting all of my burlesque stuff booked. Or this month I'm really going to focus on this costume that I'm making. Mm-hmm. Or this month I'm really going to try to buckle down and book some doming sessions.
Okay.
And I try to kind of do it that way.
Cool. What's your horse's name?
Copper.
Yeah. All right, cool.
He's my best buddy.
I'm guessing he's like kind of reddish.
Yeah, we match.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. That's really cool. So do you do like competitions or was
We used to. He's a little older now, so I got him when he was 3 years old off the track.
Oh wow.
And he's 17 now, so you can do the math on that.
How long do horses usually live? I don't mean to be morbid, but that's
like.
Is that old?
I mean, it's older. He's past his prime.
Mm.
But they usually live like well into their 20s, sometimes even 30s.
Oh, cool. Okay. So yeah, sounds like Copper's doing all right.
He's doing all right. He's got a lot of you can keep your eyes closed for this.
Okay.
He's got some medical issues going on right now, but
oh no,
it's okay. We're getting through it.
And do you?
Okay, you can relax.
Do you do competitions or anything? Did I ask that?
You did ask that.
Oh, okay.
We used to do competitions, but we don't so much anymore. Just because he's a little older and...
Yeah.
I guess I should probably do your bottom lashes, huh?
I suppose. So what? So like, you just go on joyrides?
Yeah, sort of. Your partnerships with horses are unlike any other animal.
Yeah.
So like, he's my buddy.
Yeah.
We hang out together. We have fun together. We go on rides. I do still ride him, but it's less stressful. It's less goal driven now.
Yeah,
it's more of a pleasure.
Okay. So what, like through nature, through the woods? Take him to waterfalls?
No, he doesn't like water very much.
Okay.
We do a lot of work in the arena and just sort of like more like exercise type stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We dabble in the dressage. We don't really do any jumping anymore, but we used to do jumping. He's a very good jumper.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. And so what are your aspirations for the future of Vintage Variety?
Oh, I would love... So as far as production, I would love if we could produce Vintage Variety. This is me just speaking my manifestations out into the universe. Mm-hmm. I would love to produce Vintage Variety 2 times a year.
Okay.
I would love to have another burlesque show that's just burlesque, not variety entertainment, that we produce once a quarter that's themed, so it can be more of a fun thing. Like we could do like comic book theme or like movie theme, or everyone wears green for a show, like cool, fun themes like that. And then I would love to have a boylesque show.
Boylesque.
That's just boys.
Okay.
And I would want to call it Belle's Boys.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, and like the boylesque show I guess could be quarterly too. If we had 2 quarterly shows, Vintage Variety 2 times a year, and then Scream Queens, which is our drag show that we do every October.
Scream Queens.
Scream Queens. It's
cool.
Horror themed drag.
Okay.
That we would do a show every month.
Cool. And what's the frequency like now?
2 times a year plus spring cleans.
Oh,
in
that
October.
okay. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's really cool.
It's lofty goals and
Yeah.
aspirations.
So, are there any projects coming up in the future that you're particularly excited about?
Yes. I am working on a cosplay for a clicker, which is a type of zombie from the game/TV series The Last of Us.
Okay.
And it's probably my most ambitious costume build yet. I'm learning a lot of new things. Foam crafting and painting skills and sculpting skills that I've never had to do before for a costume. I'm really excited to do that. I'm going to be go-go dancing at the castle in August for cosplay night at the castle, which is always so dreamy to do.
Cool.
And then I'll be performing a burlesque act at Spooky Empire with that costume in October.
What is the castle?
The castle, oh my gosh, it's a goth club in Tampa, and it is like the goth club in the United States.
Cool.
It's really prevalent in the scene, has a BDSM flavor to it. There's like a dungeon and crosses and stuff set up in it.
I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, usually there's a fetish event that happens at the castle that coincides with Fetish Con called Rubber Ball.
Okay, yeah, I have heard of that.
Yeah, so, in the 90s, Marilyn Manson used to come party at the castle. It's like 2 levels, there's 4 bars, huge, it's just a huge club, it's a huge scene.
Cool.
It's really cool.
You're talking about foam sculpting, can you explain that?
Yeah, so it's you use craft foam and like you can use EVA foam, which is the type of foam that like yoga mats are made out of. And there's a bunch of different techniques that you can use to cut and sculpt it and heat it and to form it. And there's like different things you can do to help give it texture. And then they even have foam clay as well. So it starts out more like a sticky ball of whatever. Yeah. And you can form it into whatever shape you want, and it dries into a flexible foam. And it adheres to craft foam as well, so like they're compatible mediums.
So this is for like creating like hips, butt, like that kind of stuff?
No, so the clicker it's a type of zombie, and the type of zombie has a fungus that grows out of its head. It's called a clicker because the way the fungus grows out of the skull, it covers the eyes. It like kind of looks like it's bursting through the skull.
Is it from a specific movie?
Yes, it's from The Last of Us.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm sculpting like a full face cowl essentially with like the fungus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool.
I mean, it's not like anything I've ever done before.
Yeah, I've heard of The Last of Us. I just don't know much about it. But that's really cool. I got a few more random curveballs. Well, I guess not so random, but do you have a favorite city? You hate St. Pete?
I hate the city, like the concept of the city.
Urban, yeah, okay.
So like St. Pete is the best one in my book.
Yeah.
But I still like, given the choice, I don't like being in the city. I live in a suburb of St. Pete.
Okay.
And like I love the scene in St. Pete, which is why I stay here. But I don't like any cities. I visited New York, Columbus, Detroit, Atlanta, like a lot of the big ones, and I just don't like being in the city.
Yeah. Well, I guess favorite town, like favorite place in the world.
I want to say where I live, but I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Specifically.
Fair enough. And what's a normal airport outfit look like for you?
A normal airport outfit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm a vintage girly.
Mm-hmm.
And, back in the 50s and 60s, going to the airport and flying somewhere was a big to-do.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to look nice. So I like dressing up to go to the airport.
Okay.
I like wearing skirts and dresses because when you're on the airplane, they're the most comfortable to be sitting in. I like having my legs covered so that my legs don't touch the seat. So those are kind of the things that I look for, but like I like to have like a classy, kind of dressed up. I like having my makeup and my hair done. High heels, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I also love if I'm traveling somewhere where it's going to be cold. I love a good trench coat moment.
High heels at the airport.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't see that too often.
High heels at the airport.
Like what? How high are you talking?
Oh, standard, like 3 inches.
Oh my god.
It's my standard heel.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'm just not as experienced. Well, I know I'm not as experienced walking in heels, but to me, that would just be a long day at the airport. And yeah, where'd you learn your makeup skills from?
Practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when, YouTube kind of was the birthplace of the makeup tutorial, I think. Do you have it?
Oh, the top one. Yeah.
YouTube was kind of the birthplace of the makeup tutorial, and so I would follow people on YouTube and try to recreate the outfits. I'm going to cut this. And God, I would play with makeup for hours up in my room when I was in school. Like, I just loved it. I just loved experimenting with it. And I get tips from everyone. Everybody has their own little way of doing things. And I'm always trying new stuff. It's like I have that Ipsy subscription, so I can be trying new makeup all of the time. I still follow a bunch of makeup YouTubers.
Yeah.
And then like any classes that I can take on makeup from like other performers about stage makeup and stuff like that.
Okay.
Is that?
All right, so like just those are what you recommend, like YouTube, to people that want to start out and don't know much about it?
Oh, heck yeah. YouTube's great for all that kind of stuff. You can find something at every level for every look you're going for. Just, it's easy to get overwhelmed, so.
Do you have a favorite creator on YouTube for makeup? Like any recommendations, good resources?
So for makeup reviews, I really like Taylor Wynn. She has a whole series. She doesn't do so much anymore, but all of the videos are still up on her channel. She has a whole series reviewing like almost every different foundation you can find on the market.
Yeah.
She just does a bunch of makeup reviews, and her reviews are very like thorough and analytical.
Okay.
So I like her for makeup reviews. And unfortunately, the person I like the most for the makeup tutorials isn't on YouTube anymore.
No.
Julie Graff was her username, but she does like blogs now, and I don't think any of her makeup tutorials are up anymore.
Interesting.
So unfortunately, I don't have an alternative recommendation for you.
Okay, fair enough.